in another episode with The Convo with Dr. Nikki Ziegler. I'm so excited to have you today watching our dynamic show. We're constantly bringing in women and men of God who are pushing the envelope. They are making things happen. Want to give a shout out to Kern Cherry for allowing this special edition of The Convo with Dr. Nikki Ziegler, all about the Power of Summit. It's coming your way July 14th through the 18th, virtual and in person. The Power of Summit is going to be amazing, amazing. All kind of speakers from all over the world will be at the Power of Summit. People like Cheryl Woods will be there. Lisa Nichols will be there. Kimberly Coles, Present Michelle. Of course, myself on that platform, and all kind of different men and women who are doing some big things for our community, big things in business, just doing big things overall. And so today I have so many speakers from all over coming on to the show, talking about what they got going on, where they're from, who they are, and what they're going to be talking about at the Power Up Summit. Guess what? The Power Up Summit is free. It is a free summit. So if you have not registered at www.powerupsummit.com, you're going to miss a treat. Because if you know anything about Kern Cherry, you know she's going to bring the pain every time. So let's go ahead and bring in another speaker of ours. I'm going to let her introduce herself. Thank you so much, Miss Aretha, for coming and being a part of the Convo with Dr. Nikki Ziegler.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you. So let's talk about what you got going on, girl. How are things going? Who are you? And what's next for you?
Well, like you said, I am Aretha Ford Metz, and I am the podcast creator of Mishandled. Now, Mishandled is what I gave birth to in 2020 from all the lies, deceit, and betrayal that I found out about my husband when his side chick started coming from me out the woodwork. And Mishandled is about how his violations impact me mentally, physically, and spiritually, because I know that what was going on was not what God intended for me and was not what God intended for a marriage to be.
Wow. So did you write a book about it? So how are you positioning it? It's a podcast and you have different people come on the show. Tell me more about your podcast.
Well, the podcast is me in my raw form, me being unadulterated about what happened. I just jumped because I needed someone to talk to, or who better to talk to than your Heavenly Father about what's going on. And at the same time, I started recording it because we have so much facade in society now that I felt that being raw and upfront and honest was needed. So then I said, okay, well, since I'm recording it, let me go ahead and do it as a podcast so people can see, because I'm not the only woman that's married and going through these things, but we are conditioned to keep what goes in the house stays in the house. But that's not normal. That's not right. That led up to me having a stroke in 2019. From my own personal things I had going on. I was in menopause. I've started a new job. But from that job, I had moved into 3 different buildings, starting in a different position, mourning the loss of a sister of mine. And then here comes all this other unnecessary crap that didn't have to be, because all he had to do was have a conversation and make a decision and operate in the way that he should have, instead of just chasing all the cats, you know?
Right. So with your podcast, do you have different guest speakers to come in and speak on your podcast?
Yes, I do. I do. I have, because like I said, I'm married, but I don't have children. So my best friend, my BFF, she is not married, but had promises of marrying from the person who mishandled her, but she has children. So she brings a different twist to it, single with these kids, and he lied to me and ended up marrying the side chick. Right. So that's a whole different level. And then I have a very, very good friend of mine from way back in my 20s, Coach B. Mitchell, Palmer Mitchell. She is a mental health is sexy is her brand. to help you get through it, from aromatherapy to talking it out to doing self-care for yourself, which is where we need to get back to after being mishandled like that from our spouse, because somewhere along the way, we've lost ourselves. So we need to get back to who we are, what was our goals and our inspirations for ourselves.
Wow. So my question to you, what are you going to be talking about at the Power Up Summit? What made you decide to do the Power Up Summit this year?
Well, I was on the Level Up Summit, and it was awesome. All the powerful speakers from everywhere. And so I was no doubt that I had to be in the Power Up Summit. And then when Ms. Kern started listing the keynote speakers, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to hear what they have to say. So for myself, my topic is It Takes Balls. And I know people are like, what? But yeah, it takes balls. It takes balls for him to do what he did. And it takes balls for me to be in the position that I am in to make decisions that I have to make now.
So what's the topic that you'll be talking about?
The topic is it takes balls. That's my topic.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. So you don't have any children, and you said you was from Ohio?
I'm from Ohio. Yes.
Is it cold there?
Today, the past week, this week, it has been rainy. It has been muggy. It's been 100 degrees. It's been a little bit of everything. That's why it's called Ohio, because you may get the high and the low.
I never heard of that before. That's hilarious. Well, we're so happy to have you on the show. I know you're going to do an amazing job with your speaking abilities. I'm so excited about what all Kern has going on. If they have not registered, I don't know what you're waiting for. It's a free summit for people in business, family. Kern has it all. She deals with the whole person, men and women. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited about being a part of. I'm quite sure you're excited about being a part of what she's doing. Yeah. I guarantee you it's going to be life-changing for so many people, because we're able to stand on our truth, talking our truth, and really help some people to overcome some things that they are struggling with. So that's the purpose of the Power Up Summit. And we're so delightful to have you on our show, because we know that you're going to bring the pain when it comes down to speaking on what you have been going through. And if somebody want to be a part of your podcast, how do they reach you?
They can reach me on my website, which is mishandled.club, not .com, .club, because it is a club. It's a club of women that have been abused in whatever form or fashion. Abuse is abuse. And so it's a club, and on there you can get the link to my podcast, my YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You can book an appointment to be a guest on the show as well. You can also pre-order the book that is coming out. I also have where you can book. Yes, I got a book coming out, my Tell All book, because a lot of people know my husband and I, because his family is part of ministry as well as my own family as well, and we grew up together. You got to get the book. You got to get the book.
Get the book, guys. Get the book. All right. Well, thank you for being a part of the show, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you, and we will see you at the Power Up Summit. Don't forget to go register, guys. It is absolutely free. Power Up Summit. Here we come, July the 14th through the 18th. Here, virtual. The best is yet to come. Take care.